Gaffer, 2 undefeated today at home to Crawley Town. What was your assessment of the game?
Obviously disappointed with the result and the way we came out second half. You know, we had everything there to go and get a good result. You know, from the first half, you know, we were gritty, found ourselves in the game from a fantastic goal. But we did the gritty stuff well, defended well, stopped crosses, prevented opportunities for quite a skillful team really, and then tried to repeat the messages with clarity at half time about, you know, expect them to come out fast because or they'll have a spell at some point. But the spell was immediately after half time, but we didn't defend anywhere near well enough to be able to cope with that pressure.
Like you said, it was a controlled first half, definitely good for the lead at half time. Fine margins though sometimes, isn't it? We had a couple of chances, Matty Daly, Dean Cornelius, you know, 2-0 gives it a whole different complexion, doesn't it?
No, that's right. We always say goals change games, and it certainly would have swung in our favour getting that cushion of a 2-goal lead, but you've got to execute the finish. You know, we've not been scoring goals readily enough in recent months, and despite the good form up until this blip, you know, the sooner we get out of it, obviously the better, but it will take urgency. You can't just flip it on its head and produce fantastic performances, but it's finding a way, and we keep discussing this, find a way to fight through it, and an ugly win would have certainly done us today, but it wasn't to be because of that spell just after half time.
You said you were expecting Crawley to have a spell or come out after the break. So it felt like the pace of the game changed, sort of relentless pace to it, end to end, both ways. Why do you feel we sort of maybe struggled to cope with sort of what Crawley offered after the break?
That's where I'm scratching my head a little bit in the immediate aftermath of the game. You know, we also asked the players that, you know, we dropped off it. You know, the intent was there at half time. Everyone's saying the same things. You know, turn them, make sure that, you know, we're playing their half, but make sure we double up, defend well. We've seen the goals, we had enough numbers back, but we were 2 yards off it. You know, individuals, and it was certainly coming. You know, we allowed too many openings down the sides, and they caused us problems. And yeah, individually, they played well, you know, in the final third, but you've got to get close and make a tackle.
It wasn't for the lack of trying that we sort of couldn't find a way back, you know, in terms of personnel, number of changes, and sort of formation-wise as well, shifted things up. So it wasn't for lack of trying, you know, maybe another day, a couple of chances. Josh March went close as well, so sort of disappointed, but, you know, equally we could have took something from it.
Yeah, we could have done, couldn't we? I mean, we did change it round and just went all out for that second goal, getting back in the game, and at least we can take that from it that, you know, we kept on trying, and you know, we were getting more balls in the box, a bit more pressure. As I say, we can't be too precious about our principles at this point. It's business end of the season. I think to the lads, it's a lot to be excited about. You know, back-to-back wins for anyone propels you really forward again, and we can't just limp over the line and think what may have been just because of a lack of oomph and adrenaline. You know, we certainly don't want the adrenaline to wear out, but you know, you get tested as a character more when the sun's not shining, it's not quite going your way, and it didn't today. And yeah, we could have scored 2 or 3 more, but that's on us. You know, we've got to do better.
Touched on it there, and finally, obviously the games are coming thick and fast, and particularly ahead to sort of the Easter period, as you said, the business end of the season. What is it you're looking for now? I mean, you look at the table, like you say, it's plenty to be positive about, everything still to play for. So what have you challenged the team, you know, to do over the final?
Well, to show consistent, positive energy, you know, around the place. There was an air of inevitability after half time today that wasn't there last week at Swindon, nor was it there at Crewe. You know, there was an extra intensity, and you know, I can't say it's designed because the numbers were there, but designed to make a difference and be that man to make that tackle, like Anthony O'Connor did countless times, and Warren did. You know, I'm not the type of man to highlight one person for letting us down. It was more of a malaise, a worry, a concern, and trying to get to the bottom of that fear where it's not like last year. You know, we're not in a relegation scrap. We've earned the right to have a really exciting run to the end of the season, and don't fall short because we're scared of laying a glove or scared of being the one that gets it wrong. I don't want that fear in the club, but what I do want is real intensity. You know, back-to-back halves, and just incremental gains because of that. get a scruffy point at home. Because the home form is obviously more concerning than the away form.
Okay, thanks for your time, Gavin.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.